Good morning. How's everyone doing? Welcome to Courageous Conversations. And today I want to talk about what is your motivation? One of the most important questions you can ask yourself at any given moment, at any given time, when you are coping with choosing to do something or not do something, especially as the holiday season comes up. You really need to think about what's your motivation. What's the inner drive to do for others? And I have to tell you, the reason I'm motivated to do this today is because there are so many emotional issues. And hi, everybody that's coming on. I'm so happy you're all coming on. I'm thrilled. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick little share. And then I'm encouraging you to share as well. But I want to talk about motivations. What are your motivations when you're working with yourself and with any of the actions that you're doing for other people? These are really important concepts because the truth of the matter is that so often I am observing, especially over the holidays, and just generally in life, but as we head into that mystical, magical thing called our holiday season, whether you're Jewish or you're Catholic or you're Christian or you're Muslim or any of those things, Kwanzaa or anything at all, this is going to be important. You're going to be cooking for people. You're going to be, gifting people. These are the kinds of things that are going to land people in a problem if they don't do it in a way that is really healthy. And the most important four little words are, what is my motivation? Am I doing it for someone to feel happy? As interesting as that might be, or as common as that might be for someone, for a person to say, oh, I'm doing this so that, my family member will be happy. Or I'm doing this so that, this other person will feel like I'm thinking about them. Or I'm doing this so that these are problematic. Hi, Sharita. Hi, everybody that's joining me. These are problematic. I'm just doing a little sharing here on different places so that we can have a few people on our journey. But of course, my internet is slow. I'm on the phone, but I do it on my computer. Let me do that and have you guys share as well if you feel that this is going to be important for everybody to hear as well. If there is a motivation like, oh, I'm doing this so that one person I heard the other day saying, I'm doing this so that my children will have a legacy that they can think about over the holidays. Okay. Let's just think of all these motivations that people do things for. You yourself, what would be a motivation? I'm doing this so that other people will maybe think a little bit. I'm doing this so that there will be a betterment of the planet. I'm doing this so that all these motivations I feel are really important to understand that they are not necessarily healthy motivations, although they are positive intentions. But the only reason anyone should be doing anything, in my opinion, in terms of what I've seen in my office, is because you want to. It's because you have decided that this is a good idea for you. And that's the only thing, because what if, in the case of someone I was working with a while back, you do this for someone, your children to, for example, have a legacy, and then they, later on, don't even think of the traditions that you set up for them. They're like, nah, not even going to think about that. And how does that make you feel? Possibly resentful. So Catherine says, do I do things to help others? Yes. We'll give gifts to the underprivileged, give what they need, and is not what they could fit into their budget. I buy things for my partner to make him feel worthy. What if he doesn't feel worthy? If you buy that and he doesn't worthy of having gifts, he and I are both from abuse and he is not used to getting gifts. I'm also getting used to accepting gifts and just say thank you. I buy for my grandkids to make sure that they know that I think of them. But what if they don't think of them? Think of you. In other words, then I ask what they like and desire and make one of their wishes come true. I help the neighbors just to help. I like that one. I help the neighbors just to help. That's the best motivation yet I've read, Catherine. I don't require anything back. Awesome. To me, there are some hidden potentials for resentment if it's to have an effect on another person, to do something so that there's an effect on another person. Have you ever given a gift so that you can see the face of the person opening your gift? It's a gamble. It's a crapshoot. Because what if their face is, oh, but you're imagining, oh, it can cause a problem. And I'm not saying that we need to be robots. I'm saying that we need to be mindful of the opportunity at every turn to not enter into the codependent realm. The codependent realm is your self-esteem rises and falls based on how other people feel, or other people speak, or other people. So your self-esteem rises and falls based on the other person's tone, speech, what they feel, what they say. It's all about the other person. So there's a real opportunity, in my opinion, to have resentment if you're not clear on your motivation. And to me, what is my motivation are the words to be asked at every turn when you're doing something for someone else. And the best answer needs to be, I'm doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because I have decided that this is something I personally would like to do for someone else. However they react is their opinion, is their choice. But how I want to do it is because I've decided that because for me, I want to do this for someone. So, I'm cooking so that people enjoy the food. Well, what if they don't enjoy the food? That's a lot of effort for a gamble on someone else's palate. Cook because you want to. Make effort because you choose to. These are the most important things I feel when one is entering into the family experience or the holiday experience. A lot of people go through a lot of effort. There's a lot of victim mentality. There's a lot of, I do all this and you don't appreciate me. This kind of stuff is where people get into some serious trouble, really serious trouble. And I'm gifting you this information because I want to. Hopefully, one of my motivations is I really want to share this information with you. And a possible good side benefit will be people will have better relationships. The world will be a better place. But I'm not gambling on that. I'm doing this because I choose to. Because my choice. I own it. And that's a very healthy, clean motivation. If people don't like what I'm saying, that's life. That's not my business. That's their business. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own perspective on things. Why do I want to control that? I'm not. It's okay. But that requires the work I've done with myself to not be like, oh, what do people think about me? I mean, I'm not going to bullshit you. I have thought that way, and it's something that definitely is something I troubleshoot in my own therapy process. But the good news is to arrive at a place of like, people may like what I say, people may not like what I say. It's okay. I want you to think about that as a really healthy way to operate when you're, gifting and buying and shopping and cooking and doing. Do. Well, do it for you. Don't be the victim. That's just a bunch of BS. Don't be the victim. Train your mind to do it because you choose to, because it makes you feel good, because it's something that you've decided you want to engage in. Every meal you cook, please don't come out of that meal going, and I did all this for you, and look at what you're doing, and you didn't even help, and you didn't even that. If you need help, ask for help. Don't be roundabout. Hey, so listen, guys, after the meal, could everybody take your plate and put it in the kitchen? And could someone sort of start doing the dishes? Because I'm tired. Just create a little bit of a relationship with people in which you are not only trying to control their reactions and I you know, their reactions, but also be clear about what it is that you need and want. You know, I was working with someone who said she was just so peeved that she created this beautiful meal because she had floated the information out that she needed to have some. She said, "Oh, I'm having a worker bee day. I'm going to be doing some work, and I'm going to be on the house with the leaves, and then I'm going to make a big stew for everybody." So she thought, those were the words, she thought that was clearly indicating that she needed help with the leaves. And that at the end of the leaves, because they've got a big yard, there would be a stew that would be consumed by the group of quote unquote worker bees. Well, everyone showed up for the stew. Nobody showed up for the leaves. And I said, what happened? She says, well, I assumed that they would know if I was making a stew and I was having a worker day that people would want to come and pitch in. I'm like, never assume. You know the old adage, don't assume. Don't assume. What is important in that particular exchange is there was no clarity. There was no clear, defined, this is what I need, guys. This is what I need. This is what would, and be ready for a no. That's the other thing. People are always doing this, expecting a yes. Again, trying to control other people's reactions, other people's speech. No, control your own. That's all you get. Your own. You know, you say, listen, I really need help with the leaves. Could you show up around 2 o'clock? Or could we all do you and you and you if you could come for the leaves and help me out? I'd really appreciate it. And they'll like, hey, I can't. That's not going to work for me. Can I do it another day? Well, but I made a stew, so it's okay. Can I come for the stew? Then you got a decision. Are you interested in gifting the stew without the work being done? Which is, by the way, what ended up happening. But anyway, so the thing is that you need to be clear with your speech in terms of what you would like to have occur or the request that you're making, but expect that there might be a no and there might be a yes. I mean, these are not easy things that I'm talking about. None of this is easy, but this is really a good groundwork for relationship harmony. Clarity, gentleness, kindness, clear with what you're asking for, and then work on not having an expectation of what the other person is going to say, think, or do. When they're opening up a gift, they may 50-50 shot of like it or not like it. But are you doing it simply for the liking of it? That's a problem. That's an issue. Yet it is so common. Everybody's feeling, so many people are feeling this. So what is my motivation is a very, very important question to ask yourself. And when you ask yourself that question, make sure that the answer is because I want to, because I choose to, and make sure that you're very clear that it is not because I want the other person to feel in a certain way, or think in a certain way, or do a certain thing. That would enter the domain of codependent control. So these are important ways to create a little bit more harmony in the family, and you're going to be entering into the family holiday stuff a lot. So make sure that meal is cooked for you. And if they enjoy it, bonus. Make sure that gift is given because you like the gift. If they like it, bonus. Don't be the victim. Don't play the victim. Don't play the victim. Don't build resentment. Wow, it's sunny. Thank you, universe, for the sun. I have my blinds down and I'm feeling the sun. I'm so excited. All right. So I hope that's clear. Tomorrow I'm coming at you live with a wonderful guest, Lori Appleby. So join me. She's a master coach, and she's a master radical coach. She's going to have some really cool stuff for us. So I will see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ask yourself the 4 little words. What is my motivation at any time? Okay? Have a great day, guys. And be kind to yourself. And do things because you want to, because you choose to, because you love it, because it's something you want to do. All right? Mwah. Have a brilliant, brilliant day. Thank you for joining me on Courageous Conversations. Bye.